I'm Julie Barkey with this Senate update. The Minnesota Family Investment Program, also known as MFIP, was created 29 years ago with monthly payments established at $532 to provide assistance to struggling families. Now, those payments have never increased since the inception of the program. Senator Chris Eaton would like to double those payments. Your bill would double the monthly payments of the Minnesota Family Investment Program. Why did you go the route instead of the $100 a month, which is in a different proposal?
Well, it's also the governor's proposal, the $100 a month. But if you factor in inflation, this doesn't even bring us up to today's cost to the individual who's on this. And it's mostly children. These people are trying to live mostly in shelters now because this isn't enough money to pay rent anywhere. And they're trying to support children and get them to school. And it's the money we borrowed first before we borrowed from the school fund, as Senator Sharon said in committee. This is one of those things we need to pay back.
And playing off of that, the key discussion in committee when you presented this was on the TANF funds and where that money has gone. Is this bill more a reaction to the lack of those funds being available, or are you cautiously optimistic that this can pass and double those payments?
Well, I don't want any of the programs that are currently being funded to be defunded. I want them to be funded from the general fund as they were supposed to be. When this was the Aid for Dependent Children, it was more specifically stated in that funding, that grant from the feds, that it had to go to this. But when they did the TANF grants, it was more open to what the state wanted to do with the money, and we used it to balance budget, to pay for a lot of our programs rather than funding from the general fund. We moved everything over onto the TANF funds, which left a very limited amount for the cash grants, et cetera, for people on MFIB. So I just think it's only right that since we have a surplus that we start taking care of the people who are homeless, don't have food to eat, have children to take care of. I mean, this is what Minnesota is about. We take care of our own.
Finally, as you mentioned earlier, the governor is also proposing $100 a month more in the payment increases. Would you support that measure if that's all that can happen this session?
I would support any increase. I'm hoping by Senator Laurie hearing my bill, he's also heard the $100 increase bill, that means that he wants to go somewhere higher than $100. So that's my optimistic hope.